Hi guys, my name is Nima Tikela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about something fascinating unfolding quietly inside the courtroom of the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. Okay, and many people believe it could reveal far more than people realize. Okay, not through dramatic arguments, not through shouting between lawyers, but through something much subtler, the behavior of the judge. That's something that we need to look into. All right. In long, complex murder trials, the moment when a judge begins to internally evaluate the strength of the case, it really happens at the final judgment. In fact, experienced lawyers say it usually happens months earlier during the very specific moment in testimony. And observers believe those moments may be happening right now in the Senzo Meyiwa trial. One of the first signs that you can look at you can look for in silence, is the silence of Judge Ratha Mogoatleng. Okay, the silence of Judge Ratha Mogoatleng is telling a lot of things. Okay, early in most trials, judges intervene frequently. They ask questions. They challenge lawyers. They guard the pace of the proceedings. But when a judge suddenly is Mr. I'm going to sit and listen. When he is suddenly someone who's going to be like, but what's going on here? He becomes quieter during crucial testimony. It can signal significantly be signaling that something important is happening. It often means the judge has shifted from active management of the courtroom to deep evaluation of the evidence, because I don't know if you guys have noticed this. Instead of interrupting, the judge listens. Every word, every contradiction, every hesitation. Legal experts perhaps often describe this as judge building a mental map of the case. Is that what is happening here? Is that what is happening here? Another subtle shift that we need to watch out for is when a judge allows lawyers to continue questioning when the line of questioning seems repetitive or risky. I think you guys have seen this. It has happened. It's happening right now, right here. To the public, it looks like chaos, but in legal strategy, this can be deliberate. Sometimes judges allow lawyers to keep going because they know something important might emerge, a contradiction, a procedural mistake, or a credibility issue that could affect the entire case. In legal circles, there is a phrase for this: giving the lawyer enough rope. To hang themselves. Not to punish them, but to allow the truth to surface through the process itself. There is also another change observers have noticed. Instead of reacting emotionally to courtroom tension, the court begins concentrating on technical issues: how evidence is introduced, whether exhibits were properly disclosed, whether witnesses had sufficient time to consult with their lawyers. These are the things that are happening, Bosne. And Judge Ratha has decided, he doesn't want to talk much. In fact, today he wasn't talking much. He just decided, not, it's like, let's just go. Is that a bad thing or a good thing? I don't know. But he was like, let's just go. He did not say Futsek, guys. But what I'm observing, it was him saying, Futsek, I'm not doing this today. OMG, God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This might seem small to viewers, but in the legal world, it matters enormously because, wow, what was that? Because when a judge focuses heavily on procedure, it often signals that the court is already thinking about something beyond the trial itself. Appeal. Isn't that what is happening there? Am I wrong, guys, with my analysis? It's like if ngiyabagweba lava bangithathe bangise kuyaphi lona. Am I going to win this? Oh my God. Oh my God. Even if the evidence appears strong, a case can collapse on appeal if the trial process is not fair. So the judge must ensure the entire record is clean. That is why he ran away today. But perhaps the most important moment in any murder trial happens during cross-examination. This is the phase where the defense tests the prosecution's witnesses under pressure. And this is often where judges quietly decide whether a witness is credible or whether reasonable doubt has begun to appear. Does the witness remain consistent? Do answers change under pressure? Do small details begin to unravel? Judge watch these patterns very closely, not just one answer, but the entire behavior of the witness. Experienced advocates say that by the time the stage unfolds, the judges often form an internal impression of the case, not on a final judgment, but a working theory. From that moment onwards, the rest of the trial becomes something else, a process of confirming or challenging that internal view. This is why the most important moment in a trial are not always dramatic. Sometimes they happen quickly, quietly also, in silence, in careful observation, in the subtle shift of a judge who is no longer simply listening to arguments, but weighing the truth. And right now, many legal people believe those quiet moments are unfolding inside the Senzo Meyiwa trial, moments that could ultimately shape how the entire case is decided. Okay, so Judge Rata is sitting there like, where is Baloy going with this? What are you gonna do with this? Hey, we are here to expose the state all the damn time. That's what is happening right now. It's not nice food. It's actually not nice to watch or even to witness, guys. I don't want to even lie. I don't want to even lie. It's quite devastating to watch the law continuing that way. But guess sizowenza njani? Sizothini? Honestly, sizothini? Because this is Baloyi's case. He must just do up until he is done. Oh, I'm so exhausted. I'm so exhausted by Ubaloyi and his ways. Honestly. What are your thoughts when it comes to all of this? What do you think should be happening right now? Are you okay with how Urata is handling the case right now? Or you are as mad as I am sometimes when he does things that you are like, Haibu. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.